Good morning. Well, the board is moving and it's moving fast. If you've been watching the flight trackers as we have, you know the tanker bridge is officially open. All these tankers headed to Iran, headed to the Mediterranean. We are seeing a massive surge of KC-135s and KC-46s, fueling a rapid plus up of strike assets toward Iran. This is not a drill. This is not a drill or exercise. Pentagon sources are now talking about a weeks-long operation being possible. But while the world watches the USS Abraham Lincoln and the Gerald Ford move into position, we need to look at who is holding the leash here. Secretary of the Navy John Fallon is currently overseeing this massive naval deployment. And here's where the emergent mythos gets dark. Fallon's name just surfaced in the newly released Epstein Files. Records place him on the Lolita Express as far back as 2006. While his camp claims it was a one-time flight he, quote, didn't know about, the timing of his leadership during a march toward war is convenient. Why does that matter? Look at New Mexico. Just yesterday, state lawmakers finally approved a truth commission to investigate Zorro Ranch, Jeffrey Epstein's Zorro Ranch. We're talking about subpoena power to finally dig into the 7,600-acre site where thousands of files suggest the worst of the Epstein enterprise took place, including horrifying new allegations of foreign women buried on the property. But we've seen this playbook before. During COVID, civil and criminal proceedings were paused or delayed indefinitely due to the national emergency. If a full-scale conflict with Iran kicks off, do you really think a domestic truth commission or civil Epstein lawsuits will stay on the front burner? War is the ultimate procedural reset button. It buries the headlines, pauses the courts, and keeps the people in charge of the assets, like Fallon, firmly in power while the files get tucked back into the shadows. So John Fallon appeared on the manifest for a transatlantic flight, London to New York, on March 3rd, 2006, alongside Jean-Luc Brunel. Jean-Luc Brunel, the model scout who later died in prison, pretty much the worst of the worst, right up there with Jeffrey Epstein. So this guy who's running the Navy, he was hanging out with satanic pedos 20 years ago. The tankers are in the air, the carriers are in the sea, and the truth about Zorro Ranch is finally on the verge of coming out. But will it in time, or are they going to throw us into a war? Stay tuned.